Hello, children, and I hope you're all doing well and safe. So, we are going to learn about mathematics today for class 1. So, let's begin with the previous chapter that we have left out in the last class. So, the chapter's number is 4, and the name of the chapter is More Numbers. So, before we go into the new topic, we will do a quick recap of the last class lessons. So let's look at what we have learned in the previous class. In the previous class, we learned about place value. So as we have already learned, for tens, we have one blue strip, and for ones, we have one red strip each. So let's look at this table. In this table, you will see in the first row, there's a tens and ones written. So for tens, we have one blue strip. So this one blue strip will represent one tens. Okay, one tens. And in the ones column, there's no red strip given. So it means it has a zero. So we will write in ones place a 0. All right. So we can read this number as 1 tens and 0 ones. That means 1 tens, 0 ones. When we combine, we get TEN 10. All right. So this is the solved example that we learned earlier. So that let's look at another example. Let's look at the second row. Here in tens place we have one blue strip. In ones place we have one red strip. So we can read this as 1 tens and 1 ones, which is 11. So let's look at ones place, we will put 1. In tens place, we will put another 1. And together, when we combine 1 and 1, we get 11. E-L-E-V-E-N. 11. In the same way, when you look at the third row, we have tens place, and in tens place, we have one blue strip. In ones place, we have one, two red strips. So we can read this as 1 tens and 2 ones. That means 2 red strips. So when we combine these two, we get the number as 12. All right. So let's look at the last row. In ones place, we will put 2 because there are 2 red strips. All right. And in tens place, we will put 1 because in tens place, there's only one blue strip. So when we combine 1 and 2, we get 12. All right? TWELVE, 12. All right? Similarly, for the last row, in tens place, we have one blue strip. And in ones place, we have one, two, three red strips. So these three red strips denote 3 ones. So we will read this number as 1 tens and 3 ones, which is equal to 13. All right. So if we look at the last row, in ones place, we will put 3 because there are 3 red strips. In tens place, we will put 1 because there's only one blue strip. So when we combine 1 and 3, we get 13. All right? THIRTEEN. 13. All right? So this is about place value. And yesterday we also learned about one digit number and two digit numbers. So let's do a quick recap again. So if you look at the one digit number, let's count these numbers that are shown in the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all these numbers have only one numeral. When I say one numeral, I mean this. 1, it is only one numeral. 2, it is also only one numeral. So all the numbers from 1 to 9, they are represented only by one numeral each. So they are called one digit numbers. Okay, children? Now let's look at the next example. We already learned about two digits number. That means in this type of numbers, we will have two numerals representing the number. Okay, so let's look at the example given here. 1 7. This 1 7, it is read as 17. SEVENTEEN. 17. Okay, so if you look at the two digit number carefully, the number 7 is in ones place. And we have already learned that the ones place is always on the right. Okay? And the number 1, it is in tens place. So the tens place is always on the left. All right? So when we combine these two, we can read this number as 1 tens and 7 ones. So if you combine 1 and 7 together, we get 17. All right, children? So let's look at another example. We have 35. 5 is in ones place. 3 is in tens place. So we can read this number as 3 tens, 5 ones. All right? So if we combine 3 and 5, we get 35. THIRTYFIVE. 5. All right. So this is an example of two digit numbers. Now, we also learned about how to place the values of the numbers. So let's look at the number given here. The first number is 18. So let's take the first number on the right. The number on the right is 8. Yes. So 8 is in ones place because it is on the right side. And if you look at 1, it will come at tens place because it is on the left. So when we combine 1 and 8 together, we get the number 18. All right. Similarly, in the next example, we have 29. So this 9 is on the right, so it will come in ones place. This 2 is on the left, so we will put it in tens place. When we combine these two, we get 29. All right? And again, another example with a different number, 47. 7 will come in ones place. 4 will come in tens place. So when we combine it, we get the number 47. All right, children? Now, this is the same thing again. 95. 5 will come in ones place. 9 will come in tens place. So with this, we have already understood the place value. Now we also learned about greater number yesterday. Now what is a greater number and smaller number? So let's take an example. We have numbers 8 and 3. Now to find the greater number, let's start counting from 1. So if we count together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if you noticed while counting, 3 came before 8, or we can say after reading 3, we reached 8. So since 8 came after 3, 8 is the greater number. All right? Now, if let's look at another example. In this example, we have 12 and 14. This is a two-digit number, all right? So, let's count from 11 till 14. Let's start the count together. 11, 12, 13, 14. Now you notice that 14 comes after 12. So we can say that 14 is greater than 12. All right, children? Now, let's look at an example for smaller number. The numbers displayed here are 17 and 19. Let's count the numbers from starting from 11. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17, 18, and 19. So we notice that 17 came before 19, right? When we counted, 17 came before 19. So 17 is the smaller number. All right, children? Let's look at another example. We have 24 and 26. So when we count from 20 onwards till 26, we will find out which number is smaller. So let's count from 21. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Now we noticed here that 24 came before 26. So we can clearly say that 24 is smaller than 26. All right, children? Now, we will come to the new topic. This topic is called ascending and descending. Since we already learned about greater, smaller number, now we can learn about ascending and descending very easily. Okay? So let's look at ascending first. We have a boy here. Now this boy is going to climb these stairs. These stairs are marked with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, when this boy starts walking, he goes all the way up till 10. He reaches 10. He started walking from 1 till 10. Now, this process of climbing up the stairs, climbing, we call it going up. Going up the stairs, as he went up, the numbers increased. This shows the process of ascending order. Ascending means from small to big. So whenever you see ascending order as in numbers, it means we are going to take the smallest number and arrange it in such a way that it increases to the biggest number. All right? Now, children, let's look at descending. Descending simply means going from bigger to smaller. So here, the bigger is 10 and the smallest number is 1. So this boy here again, he's going to walk down all the way from 10 to 1. All right? So he walks down and he finally reaches the place 1. All right? So this process is called descending. Descending or going down. All right? So going down means in mathematics we are going to use these as from a bigger number to the smallest number. All right? Here in this case, the biggest number is 10 and the smallest number is 1. So he started from 10 and went all the way down to 1. So this is the concept of descending order. All right, children? Now, let's try to use numbers and arrange these numbers in ascending order. Ascending order means from smallest to biggest, right? So let's identify the numbers here. The number given here is 9, 2, and 5. We are going to arrange these three numbers in ascending order, all right? Now, to begin with, let's identify the smallest number here. Yes, if you look carefully, you will see that 2 is the smallest number here, isn't it? So we will take 2 first, and then we will, after 2, we will see which number, 5 or 9 is smaller. Now we know that 5 is smaller than 9, but bigger than 2. So we're going to take 5 in the second position, right? So we have 2, 5, and the last number is 9. So that is the biggest number. All right, children? So this is an example of ascending. Let's learn about descending now. Arrange the numbers in descending order. We already learned descending means from biggest to smallest, okay? So let's look at the numbers given here. We have 4, 8, and 1. So let's try to identify which is the biggest number here. We see that 8 is the biggest number. So we will take the 8 in the first place now. We are going to rearrange these numbers. So bigger number will come in the first place. The next bigger number among 4 and 1, we know that 4 is bigger, right, children? So we will write 4 here. And finally, the number remaining is 1. So this is how you arrange the numbers in descending order. All right, children? Now, let's do one more example on descending. Arrange the numbers in descending order. So we have three numbers here. These are two-digit numbers. All right, children? So let's look at the first number, 72, 65, and 91, right? So to arrange this in descending order, first let us identify the bigger number among the three. So if you look at the tens place of 72, we have 7. Tens place of 65, we have 6. In tens place of 91, we have 9. Please remember that tens place will be on the left of on your left of the number, all right? So if you compare 7, 6, and 9, we know that 9 is greater than both 6 and 7. So we can say that 91 is bigger than 72 and 65. So we will write 91, and after that 6 and 7. We can compare them. We know that 7 is greater than 6. So 72 is greater than 65. Therefore, 72 will come in the second place. And finally, 65 will come in the final place. Okay, children? So in this chapter, we have learned about place value, the one digit number and two digit numbers, greater, smaller, and finally, we have learned about ascending and descending. So, children, please practice at home. Practice every day whatever you are being taught so that you can understand the concepts even more clearly and the exercises will become very easy for you. All right, children? Now, before we wind up, let me just do a quick exercise in your textbook. Match the number of objects, the objects are given here, to the number by drawing a line like this. An example is given. One is done for you, right? So this is done for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a line has been drawn to 5. All right, children? Similarly, let's do this, the second problem. Let's count the bottles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we know that there are 15 bottles. On this side, we see number 11, 12, 15. 15 is here. So we will draw a line from these bottles to the number 15. In the same way, for the second row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So in this column, we see that 7 is in the bottom. So we will draw another line connecting this to 7. All right, children? Similarly, we will connect this. We will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 on the topmost. So we will draw a line from this ice creams to 11. All right. And finally, we have 1, 2 trucks. So these 2 trucks will be connected to the number 2. All right, children. So this is all about more numbers. So I hope to see you very soon again with a new chapter and another lesson for you. So please do study hard and stay safe. Thank you so much. See you again very soon.